Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with a tactics talk. Thanks for tuning in and welcome back on this episode. I have an Ace Mastery finally in my standard B after about 100 and, I don't know, 70 games or so. It's got a pretty high requirement. And I've struggled with it quite a bit, but towards the end of the grind here, things seem to be coming together. Most of it has to do with not completely overextending and expecting the autoloader to dig me out of most of my problems. So we are here on Fjords. And it's going to end up being a pretty good game. I just had this game, so I want to knock this video out because the new patch is coming, and sometimes the patches do not play well with the replay. So I start off with a armor not penetrated. That was fantastic. Off of the very tough FCM 50T. Those are really hard to pin. And I'm going to do what I just said I've been having problems with, which is a little bit of overextension. I kind of goof up right here. Oh my gosh, I missed that shot. So that's going to actually cost me another shot from the 4190. I'll chase him up, got him auto-loaded. I just want to dig him out of here. And he's trying to get away. I'll try to get a ram. So I ate one more shot than I needed to. He should be dead by now. 220 hit points or so that I should have back, and I'm trying to not get nuked by the Type 4, and then I've got to move back up around this corner from the guys up top. Fortunately, they're all looking at the TVP. And now I can start working the reload. And unfortunately, there's some guys there to shoot, so I'm sitting here doing this with the single shot type of gameplay, and what I should have done was wait for all three to reload. Now, I would have been giving up that shot, but it turns out they're there for a long time. Once you reload all three, then take your single shot off of the third shell, and it's a much faster reload, so a bit of a mistake in here. And again, just being greedy. One thing I was a little bit worried about is the low and the TVP were going to get pushed and wiped out, and then I wouldn't have those guys up there, keeping them from coming through that hole. This TVP is actually doing a pretty nice job considering his armor is not so great, keeping these guys lit. And we've got the other Pantera, the T26E4 sitting back. I'm checking 6 because there's a pretty good fight going on down there in the south at the corner. There's also a 100.01 trolling around the middle there, looking for shots on their back. And now I'm trying to get that reload going, so there we go. And I find him. One of them bounces. I'm trying to finish him off. Again, not really being a little bit too greedy and not waiting for those to reload. Of course, the other side of that coin is how long is he going to be lit and sitting there. So sometimes it's a case of take the damage when you can. These guys are popping in and out, so if I have a good shot, I feel like I have to take it instead of wait. There's two Panteras doing their business over there. TVP is still alive. He's just really doing a nice job over there. Southern fight is continuing. There's still a few guys sitting in the middle. I got a Progetto coming up the side there a little bit, the 100.01, and there's a 110 down the middle of town. And then I see a T10, so I'm going to go ahead, and now that I am reloaded with all three, this is where the autoloader on this thing really starts to shine. There's one, and this poor guy has no hope unless I bounce, and we end up taking him down. Either he didn't see me up there or had forgotten I'm there. I hadn't been lit for a while, but last known position was up on top. So I'm going to leave them to their business up there at the top and see if I can't somehow sneak into these two. And I've never really fought on this hill, and this is kind of an interesting sequence right here. I should have looked up there. I probably had a shot on that guy, but I'm more interested in seeing what I can do with these guys. And then I sort of get stuck, and I come over on that rock, and I'm like, oh geez, now I'm stuck on this spot. Not much I can do, and now I'm thinking, oh man, now that JT is going to back up and take me out. So I start working this hill here. There's a shot on him. And there's a bounce, and I have a whole bunch of trouble with the top. It's an angle thing, but I thought that was so thinly armored I would go straight through the top of the JT, and that is not the last time I will bounce the top of that thing. It's quite frustrating. They're both trying to back up and get shots. I'm trying to work this. I've never really worked this area. And my biggest concern really is that they're winning over there on the south, and if they see this and just turn around, it's only going to take one of them coming around that corner and kind of taking me out. Not quite enough to kill him. I still have the Mauerbrecher, and he ends up taking that guy down, so that's very helpful. And now the JT's backing up. The good news is he can't back up too much, or he puts his side to the Mauerbrecher. But the Mauerbrecher's about to get pushed. And I mess around here a lot more than I really want to. I have a pretty good chance here in a moment to actually kill him when he's not looking. I'm not able to do it. That north fight's still going on. It's not decided, but we're starting to lose. Our Super Pershing's up there. The Pantera never really bothers to move up either to help me or to go help the T-26. He continues to snipe down there, which is not helpful. Super does get one of the Panteras out, so that does help. And I'm just trying to figure out this little area right here, what I've not fought on very much. And I'm like, oh man, there we go. We got this guy dead. Nope, it goes right into the corner. Another bounce off the top right there, which again surprised me. And another one. So clearly, I need to look at the numbers on that. I'm not really sure what's going on. It may be an auto bounce angle. It is fairly angled right there. And I'm assuming the whatever this is, 90mm, doesn't have the overmatch for whatever that top armor is. So I just feel like I have to do something about this. We're going to come down here. That guy's backed off trying to get away, and then no, he hasn't. He's actually trying to go up the hill. So something finally worked out for me timing-wise, but now we're down to 13 and 11, 13 to 11, whatever you want to call it there. Basically a 2v4. Let's put it that way. The 103 sees me, no reason to back up right there. Our Pantera is sitting on the cap. I'm worried about their Pantera. That's the one that I would like to get rid of if I could. I'm wondering if he's either come out of that top hill area or maybe come back towards his cap. So they've seen me last known going that way, and I feel like, you know what, let's try to get around behind these guys that are going after my Pantera. Hopefully one of them doesn't come this way, and unfortunately one of them does. And I get an unfortunate bounce, but the good news is I used that tank right there as a bit of cover. That automatic backing up thing almost cost me right there. Once he missed, I should have come out into the open and just made sure that that IS-6 died. Unfortunately, our Pantera gets roughed up trying to get in there. Now, I'm pretty good at hit points. That 103 probably knows I'm coming. I'm going to get my damage, but nearly cost me right there. Now I'm going to run off, and they're both probably pushing me. I've also got to deal with the Pantera. I don't know where he is. I fully expected to run into him right here, and I'll go to gold now that I've got to chew through, and I find this guy right here. I've got my one shell. I need to make him go away quickly. Ideally, if I can do this without losing any hit points, that would be good. And we get by him, and unfortunately, that little pause is going to let that 103 climb up behind me. And I turn around like, oh, geez, I cut. He misses, and I make a big mistake right here. This is probably one of the worst things I did. I come around, and I let the IS, or the ST-1, hit me, thinking, well, maybe the ST-1's dumb and he's on the cap. But he's not. He's actually come with the 103, and now I've got to get out of here. Two choices. I can go around the corner. I don't like going around the corner there because then I'm really trapped, especially if they go two ways. So this is the best way for me to go to give me more options. I'm running away, putting distance between me and the 103 and the ST-1. The concern here is, are they going to jump on cap? If they both student body back to cap right about now, I'd be in a bit of trouble. Or even a little while later, because I'm going to commit up this hill right here. I'm looking for them to show up right here. If they came blazing up that road, they might have had a shot on my side. And I make another mistake. The second big one I made is that, letting them know where I am. And now I'm committed up this hill. If they both jumped on the cap right now, I'd be in big trouble. Or even just a little bit further up here, probably especially a little bit further up here, where I'm about as far away from the cap as possible. If they both jumped on, they probably would have won before I even got to them. Could have jumped on, gone back to back, had a gun pointing in both directions, and probably won this game. I'm just going to speed it up because this is just a lot of driving. Come up and over. I'm worried maybe one of them might be here. Good news is they're not. Now one's on cap. So go fast. I'm going to try to be as careful as possible and knock things down. Depending on what enemy players are still in the game and where they're dead, sometimes if you're knocking stuff down or doing something like that, they may actually see you. and then report to those guys. So I'm going to come here. I definitely don't want to hit one of these trees, and I get a little crazy. That was not good right there. And now I'm trying to find out where they are. And they're actually in a pretty good position. I didn't realize there's a little cover here, and that's going to actually give them a look at me. And I live. He rolls a 446. I'm thinking, well, I've got one shell, but I don't have enough. So if I run out there and try to get that one shot on that guy, then he'll reload before I can get my next shell, and I'll be done. Now I've got two. So now I've got the capability to potentially, if I can avoid getting hit, killing this guy. And pretty soon I'll have all three. Now he's jumped on cat. I've got a minute. I have three options really. I could mess around down low here still. I can go up high above him, or I can go all the way around. Now I like high because I can really isolate him from me up here much better than if I come from the lower area. The look down on top of his turret is going to be helpful. I'm going to see if I can't surprise him right here. Maybe he won't see me coming. There we go. And I get a free shot. Now he's backing up, looking for me. Let me get a little aggressive here and try to put one more. That bounces, unfortunately. I take a chance there. I'm glad he didn't. He probably had a pixel on me, and now I'm sort of trapped. But I'm going to go ahead and wait till I get my 3 shells back here before I do anything. We got plenty of time. We got a minute 19, minute 18. Unspotted, I'm going to make a run for it, and then he's going towards the rock. Whoa! A little bit surprised he didn't have a shot, and I'm going to go see if I can get some kind of shot on him here. I don't want to back up because I feel like he might be able to hit the back of my tank, and then I see him going for the rock. Alright, good, so he's done that. Now I'm thinking, well, maybe I can get another top shot on this guy. He's hiding behind that rock. If I were him, I'd have gone all the way back so that I have a shot no matter where I come out. And that was super mega lucky, obviously. I bounced that. He's shot. I come down here as fast as I can. Just going to auto-aim, come around, blap him, and that's the end. 7,678. 7 kills. You know, I say it all the time. These kind of games are fun. I mean, it was really intense. At the end of the day, a couple things I got really lucky on. I fully admit that. But again, it depends on what you do with the luck, right? The bounce was lucky. What did I do with it? I immediately charged at him and took him out, right? A lot of people don't do stuff like that. Those are the kind of opportunities when luck hits that you then have to exploit that luck and turn it into something good for yourself. Otherwise, it's not really useful luck, I guess. All right, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed that game. I know I sure did. That was pretty fun. Finally got the mastery. I want to say it's about a 1600 base to get a mastery on this bad boy. That's it from here. We will see ya.